Hello everyone. Very good evening. Hello everyone. Very good evening. Welcome back to this channel. We are live, and again today this video is gonna be in English. I'm not very comfortable sharing few of the topics for now in English, in Hindi. Maybe very soon. So I'm gonna keep it this way. Today we are going to discuss that no one believes us after surviving narcissistic abuse. We're going to discuss over it, especially in case of when we go through narcissistic caregivers, parents, we go through a romantic partner or sibling or other people as well. So let's get started, and before start, just let me give you a little disclaimer here that whatever I share here in my videos, all the things here are in my video I share out of my own experiences and out of my research work. It's a part of my research work, so kindly take it as it is. It's my videos are my expression of sharing things here. So maybe your case or situation can be unique. So here I'm just sharing my own experiences and research work. I'm not advising anything to anyone. Let's get started. So as you can see in the title of today's video, that we are going to discuss that we are going to discuss that no one believes you, no one believes us after surviving narcissistic abuse. And I understand. I am here with you, and I understand. I totally get you there. That these words are painful. These words are painful to hear as a survivor, that no one believes us after surviving the huge trauma, huge pain, hurt. No one believes us. Okay, so that's what we're going to discuss in today's video. Few of the friends I can see there, kindly let me know if you can, if I'm audible. Let me know in the chat box that if I'm audible, so it will be helpful for me to move forward. Yes. So many of us, been through all these kind of situations, and I understand it's painful to hear this. We carry this reality quietly for many years. And I totally get you there, that it's not easy. It's not easy to be with this pain, okay? We live with it every day, even when others cannot see it, okay? Narcissistic abuse does not leave visible bruises most of the time. It leaves confusion, self doubt, fear, shame, abandonment, and exhaustion. And when we finally speak about it, when we finally try to explain what we survived, we are often met with disbelief, silence, or minimization. And people literally don't get it, don't trust us. Why? Because we're gonna discuss further in this video why all this happened. one of the major factor is that when someone is not have been there, not been through this kind of abuse, these kind of situations, of course they lived in a different dynamic, so it's very very different for them. The reality is very different for us. So oftentimes, we are told that it doesn't sound that bad. We also told that they didn't mean it like that, or but they are your caregivers, your birth givers, or your parents. And sometimes people say, all couple fights, it's very common among couples to fight. And that's just, or sometimes people say, that's just how siblings are. But this is not the reality. And it's very easy for people to say things very easily like that okay, you know all the couples are like that, or all the siblings are like that, or most of the parents are like that. But no, this is not the fact. And slowly, do you know what? With this, slowly, the same abuse continues in a different form, not being believed. And that's why we, as survivor, we keep quiet for years and decades straight. Do you know what? Why narcissistic abuse is hard to explain? Because narcissistic abuse is not one big event, straight away. It is a pattern. It is built slowly over the period of time. The graph is like this, but it builds slowly over the period of time. It comes through words, through tone, silence, control, manipulation, abuse, violence, guilt, blame, gaslighting, and emotional neglect. It comes through constant criticism, followed by fake kindness, fake future promises. It comes through love that feels conditional, transactional. When we try to explain this to others, it sounds very small. It sounds like just words, just words. But those words shaped how we see ourselves, how our current reality, and what we have had to lose. They shaped our confidence. They shaped our sense of safety. They shaped how we trust love. Okay, so it's not that easy as it feels or it looks when a survivor, start sharing their stories. They shaped this sense of safety. They shaped how we trust love and how we exist in the world. It's a foundation, okay? It's a foundation. We often struggle to explain it because we were trained not to speak, okay? Many people we have seen that they haven't been through so many things, but still they make out so many stories that they've been through this and that. And in most of the cases, I've observed that narcissistic people and toxic people are very good at making up stories and describing their lies as truth. And I have also observed that people who have been who have actually been through huge trauma, huge, you know, hurt, violence, they sometimes keep quiet. Why? Because their exhaustion is real. They just want to save their life with the energy they have been left with. Okay. We were trained to doubt ourselves. We were trained to believe that we are the problem. So when we finally speak, our voice may shake. Our story may come out in pieces. And people expect a clear, dramatic story, with complete narration. But in reality, things are different, When a survivor starts sharing their stories, it's very traumatic. It's very difficult for them to open up at first place, and then when they do it many times, people have made them feel as if it's nothing, and it's just it's so difficult for survivors to open up. That's why in most of my video I try to convey this message that we should be very, very kind towards each other. We don't know what people have been through, okay? So let's continue with the topic. A story may come in pieces, bits and pieces, and people expect a complete narration, a dramatic story, something obvious and easy to judge. But narcissistic abuse is quiet, confusing, and invisible, and behind closed doors. Most of the cases, it's behind closed doors. When the abuser looks good to others. Okay. One of the most painful parts is that narcissistic abusers often look charming, very caring, helpful, or successful to the outside world. They may be uh, respected parents, they may be admired partners, they may be the golden child sibling. They know how to perform actually. They know how to fake it, they know how to do it. So that's why it becomes very, 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 very difficult for a survivor to open up. So when we speak up, people compare our words to the image they see. Okay. And the image usually wins. We hear, I have never seen them act like that. They seem so kind. Are you sure you're not misunderstanding? You know, I'm a little bit, smiling right now because I've been through all of it, no. And it's so exhausting. It's so exhausting for a survivor. And sometimes people say, maybe you are too sensitive. Maybe you should move on. And once again, a reality is dismissed, which is painful. If you dismissed someone's reality just like that, someone decades of reality, just like that in a snap, it's so difficult for them to open up next time with anyone else. You know what? With narcissistic parents, when the abuse comes from a parent, your birth giver, your caregiver, the disbelief can be even stronger. Society don't accept it. Society teaches us that parents love unconditionally. We were told to be grateful. We are told they did their best. We are told we owe them respect no matter what. And in many cases, I do understand and I feel the same that yes, this is true. But we should not deny the reality of the other side also. We should be little bit more kinder here. That we should not at least deny the other people's reality who don't have it. Okay. But narcissistic parents often see us as extensions of themselves, not as separate human being. They may compete with us, control us, shame us, or emotionally abandon us. They may love us only when we we behave the way they want, or when they want to gaslight us or love bomb us. When we speak about this, people struggle to accept it. Society struggle to accept it. They say they are still your parent, they are still your caregiver, your birth giver, you know. You will regret cutting them off. Family is everything. Family is everything. I feel and I believe that what is family for a survivor, only a survivor can tell you that what actually a family is, and how badly they crave for one, how badly a survivor crave for that uh, united, that beautiful bond with the family, and how badly they crave for these beautiful family dynamics. Okay. And friends, whoever uh, you people are online, no, with this live video, you can share your experiences. You can also share if your opinions regarding this particular topic. All of your opinions and whatever you share with me in the live videos are very, very valuable for me. And with this, our video becomes kind of a discussion, kind of a video, not like I'm just describing things. Let me take some few of your comments here. दीदी बहुत बड़ा big fan हूँ आपका. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. That is so, so kind. That's so kind of you. Okay. Trauma bond, yes. I like it when you write terms, when you ask or write something about the topic. We're gonna bring someday this trauma bond topic also. We're gonna bring it someday, very, very soon. And okay, it's more than 5 years I've been separated, but still. So, okay, okay. Okay. You didn't tell me that if I'm audible or not. Tell me in the chat box that you are audible and you can hear me properly. So where were we? We were sharing that what people don't see is the years of emotional damage. People don't see the anxiety. People don't see the fear of making mistakes, the constant need to prove the worth as a survivor we used to have in trauma bond. The grief of never feeling truly loved for who we are. It's so painful. It is so, so painful. Okay. And with the narcissistic romantic partners, when the abuse comes from a romantic partner, it is often mistaken for normal relationship problems. We are told all relationships have ups and downs. We are told love is hard work. Yes, survivors do understand it, but these are not normal relationship problems. Narcissistic problem in a romantic relationships are not normal relationship problems. But narcissistic partners do not argue to resolve problems. They argue to win. They argue to put you down, to manipulate you. They punish us, with silence. With recently we have discussed this topic here. What was the topic? Silent treatment. There also we discussed all of it. They twist our reality. They make us feel small. They make us feel responsible for their behavior. For their bad behavior, they make us responsible of it. They give affection and then take it away. Okay. And this is a form of an abuse. We should understand this. बहुत से लोग बोल ब्रोकन हार्ट इज राइटिंग दैट बहुत से लोग बोलते हैं साइकियाट्रिस्ट के पास जाओ, लेकिन most of the psychologists only care about money, and the sessions are sometimes robotic. What do you think about it? Okay. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't say that each and every person is like that, but still, uh, you can write it to me. You can write a mail to me if you want that comfort of not robotic. You want a human one-on-one session with me. You can write to me. But not all the people are like that. This is something hit and trial. Mm, Kind of a thing that we need to keep trying and with different people, and maybe we get some good therapist people, counselors like that, or maybe we with this learning we can learn the fact that we should process it by ourselves, and और हम ऐसे भी कर सकते हैं that you can find out the survivors, you can find communities. You can write to me, write to other survivors, things like that you can also do, so that you feel little bit affection also while healing, while getting guidance. So you can do something like that. And yeah, so where were we? We were discussing about the romantic partners. If the romantic partner is narcissistic, so they give affection and then they take it away, which is very very abusive. At first, they may have loved us intensely, that make it even harder to understand that what went wrong. We remember who they were at the beginning. Other others remember that version too. So when we leave or speak up, people ask, why didn't you leave sooner? Maybe you provoked them, or sometimes people say, are you sure it was abuse or something. They don't see how deeply trapped we were. It's not easy to just take a, just quit something just like that. They don't see that how our senses of self slowly disappeared. So all this thing happened with the romantic partners and the narcissistic romantic partners. I'm just trying to keep it short and crisp also, while also adding up all the things and covering up all the parts in this video, that why it's difficult for a survivor and why people don't get us, easily. And similarly, I'm gonna touch little bit the I want to cover the narcissistic sibling also here. When the abuse comes from a sibling, no, it is often minimized the most. Sibling abuse is rarely taken seriously, especially emotional abuse. We were told siblings fight, we were told that rivalry is normal among, siblings. But narcissistic siblings are different. They may bully, sabotage, manipulate family narratives, or constantly put down. They may be favored by parents, leaving us isolated and unheard. They may rewrite history or make us look like the problem. And do you know what? When we survivors go through with the abuse, abusive, narcissistic caregivers, parents, or in the dynamic of one parent narcissistic psychopath, or other is the flying monkey or the enabler or neglectful parent, and then it adds up if you have a sibling also, a golden child or a narcissistic, turning a future narcissist person. When we see speak about this, no, we hear from people that that's just sibling drama, you are overreacting, just ignore them. It's not easy to ignore anybody in your family. You cannot ignore them. You want them. You want them to be the part of your family, okay? You cannot just cut all the ties just like that, just because you're not feeling great. It's not, it doesn't come that easy. It's very easy to just say it. But for each and every survivor, I know hundreds and hundreds of times they have been through things and they decided to keep the boundaries, but they didn't. Why? Because they feel that why they have to do it with their own parents or own sibling, own partner, why they have to do it, all of it. So yeah, so let's move forward. You know what? Ignoring ongoing emotional harm does not heal it. It only teaches us a nervous system that a pain does not matter. Okay, so don't just very freely say things very lightly to a survivor. Let me take your another comment here. Do you think that years of emotional damage is really reversible and is possible and you can get back old self? Yes, yes, you can, of course, get back to your old self. And if we work on our healing journey, no, so we can even be a better version of ourselves. We can be. And before that, yeah, of course, you can achieve it for sure. Believe me, and I believe in you that you can do it. And let's move forward. The second wound, you know, what is the second wound after it? Not being believed. Surviving narcissistic abuse is let this person pass, okay? मेरी आवाज़ भी शायद पता नहीं दब सी जाएगी इसमें. Do you know what surviving narcissistic abuse is? One wound. Not being believed is the second wound. Denying your reality sometimes, you know, even survivors sometimes denying their own reality because they don't want to see that pain coming. They don't want to believe that pain actually. You know, it makes us question our memory, it makes us question our feelings, it makes us feel alone. Sometimes it even pulls us back into the abuse because we start thinking maybe it really is me, but it is not us. It takes me years to learn this, years to come to the point that it was not us. What we need to remember, you know what? We need to remember that our experience is real, even if others don't understand it. Abuse does not need witnesses to be valid. We do not need to prove our pain to deserve healing. We are allowed to protect ourselves even from our family if it is toxic, if it is narcissistic, and if it is damaging. We also need to remember that people who have never experienced narcissistic abuse may truly not understand it. I know it's heavy, I know it's not easy to get it, because we have that understanding. We see other people with our glasses, okay, that they also gonna get it. But we need to understand here. We need to remember that people who have never experienced narcissistic abuse may truly not understand it. That does not make them bad people, okay? But it does mean they may not be safe people to share our story with, because we are already hurt. We don't want to be more hurt. We don't deserve to be hurt more at all. So we need to bring these changes. We need to cultivate this thing in us. We need to learn this fact and this part. And you know what? Healing when belief is missing. Healing does not always come, from being believed by everyone around. Sometimes it comes from believing ourselves from the first time. And I understand, I totally got you there, that it's not easy for the survivor to come to this point. It was not easy for me to come to this point. But I'm here for you, here for all the survivors out there, to help you, to guide you through my these videos. And it comes from learning about narcissistic abuse, finding others who share similar experiences, setting boundaries without explaining ourselves endlessly, allowing grief for what we did not receive, rebuilding trust in our own perception. And each and every survivor, we should do it, we should learn it, we should learn it for sure. You know what? Rebuilding trust in our own perception. We are not weak for being affected, we are strong for surviving. We are strong for surviving, okay? We are not alone. Even when it feels lonely, we are not alone. Many of us share this story. Many of us carry the same quiet pain. Many of us are learning to choose ourselves after years and years of being erased. No one believes you after surviving narcissistic abuse, especially when it comes from narcissistic parent, your birth giver, your narcissistic partner or sibling. I know it's hard, but we can believe each other. We as survivor, we as this beautiful community we are building here, brick by brick, each day, we can understand each other. We can give each other that space, that we are here for each other. We are here for the survivors. That's why I'm building this community here. That's why all of you people are here watching me, or maybe in future you're gonna listen to or watch this video. That is so kind. But your name is so different to call. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, brother. I'll call you brother, okay? I don't know what's your name, what's your dear name, but thank you so much. And yeah, so we can, we can fix, we can beautifully, we can bring these heavy feelings, we can ease together, we can learn to heal together. We have this beautiful community here, and slowly we are learning to believe ourselves, and it's a big thing. It's a very, very big thing, okay? So, guys, if you desire to talk to me on similar topics, or if you are willing to book one-on-one healing session with me, if you feel I can help you on your healing journey, and if you want to share your stories, things with another survivor, that comfort also you can get with me if you book a one-on-one session with me. How to book a session with me? You can simply write a mail to me, or you can personally DM me on my Instagram account. My IG is also with the name AbhayaTra. This is my pen name also. My email ID and name I'll provide you in the description box also. For now, I just desire to convey that I have so much compassion and kindness in my heart towards each one of you hearing me out today, hearing me out right now, or maybe in future. And I pray for your recovery, your healing. Guys, listen to me, okay? Don't ever think that you are alone, okay? On this journey, okay? I was there, I know how it feels. Look, we have this beautiful community here, and we are growing each day, building brick by brick. And I'm here to hear you out. Like us, we have many victims, survivors who are going through similar kind of situations and still choosing the path of healing. We just need to focus on ourselves. We need to learn, practice, break trauma bond, and look forward. Believe me, because you are the only one who can bring these beautiful changes and can achieve growth, success, healing while being authentic and empathetic. I believe in you, all all you beautiful people out there. We just need to choose and take the responsibility of healing in our own hands. That's it. With this beautiful note, I'm signing off today, guys. Keep on learning, stay blessed. You can also check out my other videos, other playlists also, as it may help. So now I'll see you very soon in my next video. Till then, take good care of yourself, help someone, and keep on learning. Love and peace.